Have you ever heard of someone so rich they literally broke the economy? No, I'm not talking about a modern-day billionaire. I'm talking about a 14th century African king whose wealth was so immense, it's almost impossible to calculate. This is the story of Mansa Musa, the Golden King of the Mali Empire. Our story begins in the early 1300s, in the heart of West Africa. The Mali Empire was a sprawling, powerful state, rich in resources, especially gold. And in 1312, a new ruler ascended to the throne, Mansa Musa. The word Mansa means king or emperor, and Musa was destined to become the most famous Mansa of them all. For the first decade of his reign, he focused on expanding his empire, annexing key trading cities like Timbuktu and Gao, and securing trade routes across the Sahara. But what truly etched Mansa Musa's name into history wasn't just his power or his conquests, it was a journey, a pilgrimage. In 1324, as a devout Muslim, Mansa Musa decided to undertake the Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca. But this was no ordinary trip. This was a procession of unimaginable scale and opulence, designed to announce the Mali Empire's arrival on the world stage. Imagine this. A caravan stretching as far as the eye can see, not just a few hundred people, but a staggering 60,000 men. There were soldiers for protection, royal officials, entertainers, merchants, and 12,000 attendants, each draped in the finest silks and carrying a 4-pound bar of pure gold. And leading them all were 80 to 100 camels, each loaded with up to 300 pounds of gold dust. This wasn't just a pilgrimage, it was a moving city of gold. As this glittering procession made its way across the desert, it stopped in major cities like Cairo, Egypt, and this is where things get legendary. Mansa Musa was incredibly generous. He gave away gold to everyone he met, from the poor on the streets to the Sultan of Egypt himself. He spent so lavishly, handing out so much gold, that he single-handedly flooded the market. The value of gold in Cairo plummeted and stayed low for over a decade. He literally broke the economy of an entire region simply by being generous. Word of this fabulously wealthy African king spread like wildfire. For the first time, traders and scholars in Europe, the Middle East and Asia became aware of the immense wealth of West Africa. The Mali Empire was quite literally put on the map. In fact, on the 1375 Catalan Atlas, a famous medieval map, Mansa Musa is depicted sitting on a throne, holding a golden scepter in one hand and a giant nugget of gold in the other. He had become a symbol of Africa's immense riches. But Mansa Musa's journey to Mecca was about more than just showing off his wealth. It was also a quest for knowledge. On his return journey, he brought back with him some of the Islamic world's brightest minds, scholars, poets, and architects. One of the most famous was the architect Abu Ishaq al-Sahili, who was tasked with a monumental project, transforming the cities of the Mali Empire. Under Mansa Musa's patronage, cities like Timbuktu and Gao were reborn. Al-Sahili introduced advanced building techniques, using fired bricks to construct magnificent mosques and palaces. The legendary Djingueber Mosque in Timbuktu, which still stands today, was one of his creations. Timbuktu flourished, becoming a world-renowned center of learning and trade. The Sankey University was established, attracting scholars from all over the world. Its libraries housed hundreds of thousands of manuscripts on subjects ranging from astronomy and law to medicine and philosophy. Timbuktu wasn't just a rich city, it was a beacon of knowledge. Mansa Musa's vision wasn't just about gold and grand buildings. He was also a skilled administrator. He organized his vast empire into provinces, each with its own governor, to ensure stability and efficient governance. He fostered trade, protected trade routes, and established a system of laws based on Islamic principles, creating a safe and prosperous environment for his people. He ruled for about 25 years, a period often remembered as the Golden Age of the Mali Empire. So, what is the legacy of Mansa Musa? It's a story that challenges many preconceived notions about African history. He shows us a continent not of poverty, but of incredible wealth and sophisticated empires. He demonstrates that a leader can be both powerful and pious, a conqueror and a patron of the arts and sciences. His story is a reminder of the interconnectedness of the medieval world, where an African king could influence the economy of the Middle East and the maps of Europe. He built an empire not just on gold, but on a foundation of knowledge, faith, and culture. While his immense wealth might be the first thing people remember, it was his vision for his people and his empire that truly made him one of the greatest leaders in history. The golden legacy of Mansa Musa isn't just about the medal he gave away. It's about the knowledge he built, the culture he fostered, and the history he shaped. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another story from history. Let me know in the comments what historical figure you'd like to learn about next. See you in the next video.